My friends, sometimes some things just take some time, and with that being said, we finally have oil pressure in the STI. Now, I didn't film any of it yesterday because I was just focused on troubleshooting. Now, what the problem actually was because the car sat so long, the pre-packed pump, they packed grease in there to help build pressure. Because it sat so long, the grease works its way off of the gears. And because of that, we had a big air pocket in the top of the oil pump that we just couldn't surpass. So yesterday, I tore the oil pump off, tore timing off, cleaned the oil pump, repacked it with a whole bunch of Vaseline, which by the way, you should have seen the look that the lady at Target was giving me when I just bought a ton of Vaseline. Plus, it's kind of weird that Matt didn't want to go with me to Target to only buy Vaseline, but you know what? Whatevs. So we have oil pressure now, which means we have the green light to keep going. So well, we backtracked a couple steps. We took all the exhaust stuff off. We took the oil pan off, all that. So I need to get all of that back on the car today before we can continue making forward progress from where we were. We have validated oil pressure. I'm going to validate oil pressure one more time once we have the pan back on, just to double check everything. Better to be safe than sorry. But I have no doubt in my mind that we're good on oil pressure because I just saw oil pressure last night, so Gucci. So as you guys can see, we have no timing covers or anything like that on. Some of you guys were asking in the live stream how timing on this works. We only have one external cam gear. We have an internal cam gear also. So this engine's pretty easy to time. The cam gears aren't sprung or anything like that when you're timing it. So maybe it took 5 minutes to retime the engine. Everything's good on timing. Everything is set up again. So good on that. So first thing that I'm going to be doing today, oh, and I got the intake manifold back, but I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. I'm going to have Kyle take it back. We need to add NPT fittings onto it, so that way I have vacuum sources and references for everything else in the engine bay that needs it. Plus, it doesn't sit flat. It warped a little bit while he was welding it, so that needs to go back and get corrected. We tried putting it on there, and it just wants to pull threads out of the TGV, so that's a big no-no. So first thing I'm going to do is clean off all of the old sealant on this oil pan, which is going to suck. We're going to get it cleaned. We're going to get it re-prepped, get this thing back in the car, fill it up with oil, verify oil pressure, get all the exhaust stuff back on, get all of our coolant lines set up. I have the kit to make all of the spark plug leads getting dropped off today, so we can get that knocked out as well. We can get the coil packs wired in, whole bunch of good stuff. So let's just start off by cleaning this oil pan. I want to start making progress, baby. All right, you guys, so I got the oil pan put back on. It's all sealed up, good to go down there. I just verified oil pressure one more time with the pan on before I take this gauge off. We're all good on oil pressure as well, so I'm not stressing any of it anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that gauge off, get our normal sensor put back on there, get the whole front end reassembled and whatnot, get the exhaust put back on, all of the fun stuff to make this thing just that much closer to living. So let's do it. Let's just do the stuff. I've pretty much got us to the point where we were before we took everything apart to get to the oil pump. I did make some progress. The other knock sensor is plugged in, and the throttle body works. I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. Matt and I are about to go get Taco Bell, and it's a two-person job, but that's wild. The throttle body works, and it works perfect. So as we go 100% on the gas pedal in there, opens the throttle body 100%. You go 50%, it'll tell you, ooh! you guys, everything's wired in now except for coil packs. I have the coil packs. I know the rough locations. They sit about right here. So that's going to be the next thing that we jump on, is knocking out coil packs. I need to go to Speed Factory tomorrow, which is a really like close by, super fast Honda place, and grab some different exhaust studs. Those ones right there are just a little bit too long. We're gonna get the boost controller moved tonight. We're gonna start knocking out all this small stuff, you guys, so that way we can try to start this thing this weekend, as pending we get our intake manifold back, because Kyle is making some adjustments to it right now. So fingers crossed, you guys, fingers crossed on that one. All right, we had some burritos. Before I do anything else in this, I need to put the spark plugs back in. So let me get the spark plugs back in this thing. So I'm stopping for tonight just because it's starting to get late, cold, and dark. So, well, it's been dark, but let me show you where we're at right now. It's a lot of the small crap that's been getting in our way that we just needed to do. Then tomorrow's going to be more small crap, and then hopefully in a video or two, we can start this thing. Fingers crossed. So like I said, it's a lot of the smaller stuff that's getting knocked out right now. That's just time consuming. So wastegate fittings are mocked up where they're going to go. I moved the boost controller from being over here up to the center of the engine bay right there. I've got it wired in as well. All the fittings have thread tape on them, and everything's routed for that. We just have to do all the vacuum lines. I'm gonna pull up a diagram on how to do a twin scroll setup with a 4-port boost controller, because I don't know how to route all of those, so I'll do a Google and print something out. We have one of the coolant lines done back there that goes down from the heater core over to the AOS, and then the other AOS coolant line that goes back into the coolant crossover right there. I did have to cut and trim this belt. I had to pull one rib off of it because our crankshaft that we're using for the pulley is a 4 rib and the belt was a 5, so I just cut one of the ribs off. We should be good there. Other knock sensors wired in. Tomorrow we have to knock out that fuel line, whole bunch of other smaller stuff just to get this thing done with. So Matt and I are going to go swing over to Speed Factory, a local shop. I need to pick up some turbo studs because those ones are just too long. So see you guys in the morning. All right, friends from around the world, it's the next day. I got some more stuff ordered for the STI last night. It's all small trinket stuff that we're waiting on. Not even, well, kind of waiting on. Like the spark plug stuff, I have the spark plug wires here. I got some MSD 8.5. Some of you guys are going to say, you should have got 10, you should have got 10, you should have got 10. I got the 8.5, all right? We can swap 10 in the future. Just spark plug wire. And I bought a kit. And I thought the kit would come with all the boots that I need. It definitely did not come with all the boots that I need. So I had to order some of those from Summit and Amazon, so I'm waiting on those to get dropped off. Our harness tape, the high temp tape stuff, gets dropped off today, as well as some clamps and some other stuff that I need for the cooling system. But let me give you a quick rundown of where we stopped last night, and I'm just gonna jump back into this because I wanna get this thing done. Well, not done, but started. It'll never be done. It's a car. Cars are never done. So I got the spark plugs back in last night. I have one of the heater core hoses done up here. I need to get one more of these adapter fittings for the other heater core hose that comes off of right here. I need to go get a couple water caps for right there, and there's like one more spot that I need to get a cap for. We're gonna get the coil packs all wired up today. I don't think this will be fun because there's like 5 grounds. Like we have ECU ignition, ground, and then power 12-volt switched. So we have all of that stuff in this harness with the exception of the grounds. We're gonna have to ground all those out. Like a cylinder head ground right there, cylinder head ground right there, battery ground goes down there, and then the ground reference I'm still figuring out. I don't know if that's signal ground or if that is like chassis ground, so I'm getting that clarified right now, and then I can get all that stuff knocked out. But for now, I'm gonna start running some of the vacuum lines from the wastegates up to our boost controller up there. The way that twin scroll wastegates work is both of the lower fittings are going to tee off into one, and then those are going to go to one port. So the top fittings on the wastegates right there are going to tee off into one and then go to another port. The other port on the 4-port is going to end up going to the turbo. So It's not too bad. I'll give you guys a rundown of how I'm doing them all after I get them done. I don't know if I have all the fittings here to be able to like accumulate them all, but we'll get it figured out. So let me jump on that first and continue knocking out some smaller stuff so that way we can get closer to starting this thing. Because you guys are all probably tired of watching me walk around with the camera in the garage working on it.
Yo, give it a stage in a minute, I'ma eat you. El Profesor is in the house, let me teach you. I could defeat you with 2 hands tied and have you waking in the hospital like, who am I? And who are you? Who are they? What is this? You wouldn't believe how someone react to this shit. The mind slips, and speaking in tongues. Sly ink, GVA, that's how we get it done. 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 Sly ink, GVA, that's how we get it done.
Going through here in the engine bay, I've been knocking out a lot of the smaller stuff. So I got the clamps for the upper coolant hose, so they're just T-bolts holding those guys on there. I've got the coolant expansion overflow guy going back over here to our radiator cap. I've got 3 of the coil packs like almost wired in. I haven't sheathed these ones because there's still 1 more wire I need to add. There's a whole lot of grounds on these coil packs, so I think there's like 3 grounds per electrical connector, so 9 grounds per side. 6 of them are going to ground out to the cylinder head. 6 of them are going to ground out to the, or no, 2, 4, 6, 12. 12 of them ground out to the cylinder head. 6 of them ground out to the battery. So the battery is just our negative post here. I got our iWire grounding kit put back in here as well. I also got my heat tape in for the harness, so I've been looming that up as I'm going down this. Next up, I need to jump off onto this other side of the harness here, so that way I can get these coil packs started. And then I can finally get this piece of heat shrink put on there, all this stuff like slid on and all that like tucked up nicely. All the wires are almost completely hidden at this point, which is kind of nice. So it's not a rainbow of spaghetti in here anymore. Also, my friend Tina came over. She's installing seats in her Subaru as she struggles over here trying to put a seat in. Nice Sparkos though. What Sparkos are these?
R333.
R333.
333. They're comfy.
They're not bad seats, but I still prefer my Race Quips. I actually prefer my Race Quips, and I'm not just saying that because Race Quip sent me the seats. I like these feel like super stiff. They're very padded.
Yeah.
They're very padded seats.
They're good for your bum.
There's no bolstering on the sides either. Like if I'm driving, that's not enough bolstering for me. Like it's like no bolstering.
You have 1,200 horsepower. I have like
I have no
5
horsepower right now.
Okay, but you will.
I have no horsepower.
Yours are built to protect you. Mine are built to just, hi, look at me.
Is that what these are for?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, Sparko.
There's like no light over here. All right, well, while Tina pulls out her driver's seat to swap this one in and gets her harness bar in, I'm gonna get back to wiring. I'm gonna try to knock out those other 3 coil packs today. I don't think a lot of people understand how long this wiring stuff takes. Like those 3 coil packs that I've done have probably taken me about 2 hours. Like it's a lot of work to wire this stuff in. So kudos to anyone out there who does all their own wiring, because this shit sucks. So let's get back to it. More wiring. Woo! Woo! So I actually want to show you guys something real quick. Let me move this tripod out of the way and in my way. Bam. So I wanted to show you guys this. I'm gonna have Tina hold the camera right here. Watch the throttle body. Just keep it pointed at the throttle body. You ready?
Yes. Oh, it fell over. It has fallen over.
Isn't that shit cool?
Yes, I love it. Leave it to Smeedia to make his own noises. He's getting power. He's getting there.
I love how he works. It's dope.
It does. It's awesome. I love it. It's so exciting. You're just having fun now. Why is it stuck open? Oh, okay. So much fun.
Alright, you guys, I am stopping for the night. I have to wait for UPS to drop off some packages that I have to sign for, and also I need to go to the store, buy some wire and some other small things from like AutoZone, but we're like 99.3% done with wiring. We're like right there. So I can guarantee you that at some point in the future, I am going to redo these. I'm not entirely happy with how I did these, but they work for right now. I wish I would have had the foresight to know. And this is what it comes down to. Like, I've never built a harness from scratch like this before. And if I would have known that, I would have wired this entirely different. I would have had all of these ground wires go back through the main loom and then ground out somewhere else. But the main loom's already like loomed up at this point, so I'm not even gonna stress it. I've got the grounds for these 3 coil packs grounding out to the cylinder head. I've got the grounds for these ones grounding out to the block up here. There's UPS, hold up. Hey, look what we just got dropped off. Goodies. So with this, the wiring harness is like 99.9% done. All I have left to do is wire in one more connector, or one more wire for each of the coil packs that ground out to the battery down here, which that's just the negative terminal from the battery there. And then just wire in the fans and we're done with wiring, thankfully. Like, it's been a nightmare. I also went through and loomed up all of the main harness with some heat tape for wiring harnesses, just so that way we're not melting or burning any wires. So that's all I got for you guys on this one. I do want to give a huge shout out to Vaseline for coming in clutch and saving our oil pump situation. Vaseline literally saved the day. Like, I never thought I'd say that Vaseline saved the day, but Vaseline literally saved the day with the oil pressure issue. So we've got oil pressure, we've got all this stuff. I'm just waiting on the intake manifold to come back from Fuse Fabrication, then we can get that on there, all the coil packs bolted in. I had to order one replacement one because this one did get destroyed at fabrication. Like, you can see the connector right there got just completely crunched. So I ordered a replacement. That shouldn't hold us up from being able to start the car if everything comes back before I get the other coil pack, because I can just easily swap them in, swap them out, and I can just put some electrical tape to hold a connector on that, so that way we can do a first start. So we're like right there, you guys. We're literally, I can literally see I am at the end of the tunnel. I'm literally at the end of the tunnel to be able to start this car. So hopefully in the next video or the following, it'll probably be 2 videos from now when we first start this thing up. I'm exceptionally nervous. I'm very excited. It's been a very long process to get the car here. I completely understand that. I work as fast as I can as a single individual working on a car alone, doing a complete engine swap like this. So we've come a long way. We're not nearly close to being done, but we're close to being able to start it, which is a huge, huge thing for us. So that's all I got for you guys in this one. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, whatever color it turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel and you want to see the shitbox start up, go ahead, hit that button. I'll put it in one of these corners. No idea which one quite yet, but with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies. Woo! As I hold the Vaseline in my hand, this is getting...